You see all this sweat and just glistening? All of this is anticipation of how hot the dyno results are gonna be tonight. Totally not gonna have a problem. Car's gonna do whatever. It's gonna make all records. Probably make at least 1,200 horsepower, I guess. If I had to be conservative, really.
1,200?
1,200, low boost. Race gas on a kill, it's gonna probably be like, I don't know, 18? I don't know. I am still excited because even though we're in the era of 1,000 horsepower cars, even paperweights, it still is impressive to make a lot of power under the curve, and that's what we're gonna do today. We did a lot of prep work, and I will tell you one of the things we prepped on accident, how long it takes to kill a battery like this. It takes about 30 seconds if you have two gauge wires running from end to end, and it warps it and it smells like sulfur. If you smell sulfur, disconnect everything and then roll the car outside just in case it blows up or whatever. We've got some solid grounds. We had to rework the battery situation because there were double leads from the Corvette system and our new setup, and that caused some problems down by the starter. That was last night. We didn't film it because we were just lazily working. As you can see in this video, I put tons of heat shielding all around the fuel system. While we get ready for the dyno, this is one of the things that a lot of people didn't realize I had in mind. This is a box of different thermal things that PTP Turbo Blanket sent me forever ago, including this sick thing with Velcro apparently that can handle high heat. This is my plan for hiding away the fuel pumps from the exhaust. I also, of course, when they sent wraps, I can just wrap the exhaust pipe and then use all of this too. So I've got choices, but this stuff's got adhesive on the back. I'm gonna take care of everything. The goal is to keep the fuel pumps on the Corvette from going to 160, I think, degrees is somewhere in there. So here we are. There we go. Beautiful. Obviously, at a later date and time, I'm gonna fasten it. Nope, I'm lying. We both know that's not happening. It definitely, minus my sexy ring finger there, definitely cleans up and isolates those fuel system from the exhaust. So I've got that, got all the other things buttoned out of the way. We are ready for the dyno. We've got some sort of small exhaust leak. You can hear it in the video. Let's see if we fix that up. Getting the EMAP, the exhaust pressure, back pressure sensor working, open up a can of worms. So all the sensors are working. E85 is working. We're at 9% ethanol right now, base gas. Kind of interesting. I thought it'd be closer to 15. Enough of me running this. It's time for me to run that.
How do you think of those bullshit ass metaphors?
I don't know, dude. My brain just does that. That was kind of Hello. I am pulling this vehicle off of this jack to show that I am just like you. I like working on cars on jacks. And I am foolish enough to not have a lift in a garage that very clearly could use a lift. Ah, that sound is so gratifying. Means hours of wasted time while you lay on your back and the car is on an angle, and you do not know what is up, and you do not know what day or time it is. Ah, I love that. We're doing all this because reverse lockout doesn't work, and that's actually not a rotary thing, that's a Corvette thing. I just can't get it to work for the life of me. Air conditioning turns on every time this car turns on. No idea why. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna still sound like ass because of that stupid exhaust leak?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's let it warm up. Please do not have the exhaust leak sound. Damn it! I'm a failure. Good old back pressure. That sounds like shit. I'll be honest with you guys. True, honest opinion right here. Most two rotors sound like complete garbage. Three rotors sound amazing, but most two rotors sound like this, like crap. But this is an exhaust leak, so it's not the car's fault. Runs fine, obviously. Yeah, I mean, look at it. Everything's looking good. It doesn't, the fuel pressure red. It, obviously I wasn't dipping, pushing it hard, but it spikes as soon as you let off, which is sadly normal, but I prefer it wasn't like that. The temps just kept going up, but don't get that twisted. The top of it's still only 180. We don't, that's not an indication of
nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. both boost pressure, which is red, 9.5 pounds of boost, and back pressure is 9.4. That's ideally sized. Maybe not a little small or a little too large for what we're doing, but that's a good thing. Reverse doesn't work on that damn car. We have to push it up. Why is there a reverse lockout solenoid? I should be able to put it into reverse at 80 miles an hour on the highway. Reverse work when it was a piston engine. It's got to sense a couple of things before letting you go into reverse.
I don't think it had anything to do with like gutting the whole electronic system and making it adapt to a rotary engine.
No, you're right. We gutted a lot of features and we gained none cool. We still have all the features like reverse lockout, steering wheel theft block, like all those like useless things like clink, clink. I'm like, good, that still works. I'm gonna need you to get under there and do what you do best, Jarrett.
Oh man.
We looped it over the rear lower control arm.
This one?
Yeah.
Go more? No, it's fine. I'm gonna say it.
This is an art, Jarrett, that Abel passed down to me. Someday, when you're ready, I'll pass it to you. The mysterious issue right here is the fact that I drilled one of the NTP ports, drilled the other one, and I turned around like this, and then turned around like this, and drilled both of them accidentally back and forth. No wonder that took forever. That's a direct hole. So all that noise you hear is from that hole right there. This is what victory looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Well, really 95% gentlemen. Age demographics, audience demographics, that is out. What's the plan? Well, we've been updated tonight that we're going to do purely 91, 93 octane pump gas tune tonight. We're gonna see it. We got an issue with the fact that we don't have a boost control on here, so we're at like 15 pounds of boost on the spring. So we're gonna try and get the boost control working. Then it's dyno that, polish up that, and then tomorrow we'll go for E85 and you can advance timing, do all the other sort of crazy shit that E85 allows you to do. The flex fuel sensor allows us to go in those shades of gray, 50 shades of gray. God, I miss scrolls. Really, for us, it's a baseline performance. How much power can this thing make at this low RPM? We found the problem with the exhaust leak. It was Jarrett. Jarrett messed it up.
What?
I told him not to drill that one. So we're gonna work on the boost controller now, and then make power.
Time to dyno?
Time to dyno. I wouldn't get that aggressive, Jarrett. You're kind of getting a little aggressive on me. It's freaking me out. I'm gonna cut this hose in half, and then feed the manifold half, and then feed the other half to the side of the wastegate, and then the top of the wastegate has the correct fitting.
Okay. You put the straps on it already?
Everything's strapped down, exhaust leaks gone, but I just need to find where in the wiring harness is the that little plug.
Or if you don't want to hassle with none of that, is it the side port connected so at least the wastegate opens?
Yeah.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a fitting at the top of the wastegate?
Yeah. Here's the side
you can
port,
do- uh-huh.
and then there's the fitting on the top.
Okay, let's just put it, when we get ready to turn up the boost, we'll just put some press there.
Okay.
For my dial gauge.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you can mess with that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Before I start, I want to go get something to eat. Is that cool?
Yeah. What are you getting?
I'm going to go get Wobble Grill.
What's that Wobble Grill?
Food! I'm not messing with that Chipotle no more.
Oh,
There to there.
and then pop that into the top.
50 psi, 100 psi, 200 psi.
That's what I'm talking about. Just out of curiosity, is there like a 2 PSI?
Yeah, we can get 2.
I mean, not that I'm about that.
What's the spring pressure?
14, I think.
Oh, okay, so we'll be good for a minute. We only have to put a little bit in.
Yeah. Huh. What do we have over here? Oh. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this would be pretty neat to have in a 4-rotor, I think. Billet irons. Clearly beautiful. They have plates. This is the plate. This is one of the scariest parts of billet irons, right here. it couldn't be replaced. But what I think is important to note about this thing, before you get too excited, there are a couple companies making these, and what you see is, that's the gear, the stationary gear and the bearing for the eccentric shaft inside of a thin iron. Normally that's not the case, and that's why this is so special. So I have no relationship with Billet Pro. I'll be quite frank with you guys. Billet Pro is also known as Promaz for you guys on the other side of the country, or the world. It'd be pretty sick if somebody had a 4-rotor with billet irons. I think that'd be pretty sick. Here they are here, and what do you think, Jarrett? 2 4-rotors with billet irons?
Fuck no.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so either.
Just kidding, yes.
That's right.
Rob.
Thank you, Jarrett. Thank you, Jarrett. I was getting a little worried there. Maybe a little bit more information on this within the week. Maybe there's already a motor. Not with these. Sorry, Billet Pro. But irons, as you guys know, there's a lot of controversy about these. And there are a couple companies involved, and I think it's my duty to make sure we use the right ones. And I don't know, well, this video's not about that. We got a lot to show you. That finally let go. That's from before me. But I'm gonna go run to the shop real quick, grab the crimpers, crimp the correct connectors on. We'll be set. I'll have to drill a hole or something, because all the holes for the ECM are over here, so they still end up going across.
Good thing I didn't do that on the pull.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wrap for tonight, but pull the harness off now, and then look at the damage from there. Well, that's the end of an era for my wiring harness. I grabbed the thing to weld like a dump pipe. I didn't even think about making one.
Yeah, we needed to do that.
That one's my bad though, because I straight up, I talked to Jarrett yesterday about making a wastegate downpipe, and I forgot to ask you about it. Well, all I was doing was simply demoisturizing the wiring harness, that's all. I forgot, yesterday Jarrett and I, on our to-do list was downpipe or dump pipe for the wastegate. I forgot to bring that to Abel's attention. So that was our first full pedal pull, and look at where the dump is on the wastegate. I forgot to redirect that. So I just went straight to the wiring harness. That is definitely my bad. What a minor thing. No worries, we'll get the wiring harness rebuilt real quick. But it is the end of an era. That hurts. That part hurts. Emotionally, that hurts.
Press F.
Yeah, please put an F in the comments for the wiring harness. I want to say rest in peace to the wiring harness. You've been the best harness I ever had. Built by the best guy ever. All things considered, that's the type of failure you want to have. You don't want to have failures, but I forgot the downpipe. I paid the ultimate price. Didn't blow the engine. The rest of the car is fine. My wiring harness, which was built that's the first harness I've ever built. It's time to talk to Rywire or whoever to get a good harness. And then we're tunneling through the fiberglass, and we're gonna have it just come straight through over the engine, because we're playing with fire. We're literally playing with fire. That our problems in Vegas that melted all of that melted right there. So I'm gonna talk to PTP, get a turbo blanket as well, wrap the downpipe, wrap all that. But we're putting the harness in and then back out. We're not doing this anymore. But I'm gonna haul ass and tomorrow try and get everything all fixed.